CFA Nation, Gabe,
Nick,
and we are here today to bring you another installment of
Cricket Tuesday. What was that?
Cricket Tuesday. Take two. I'm not gonna lie, that's take two. That was take two.
I'm gonna include the first one in there so they can see. It has been a few weeks since my man was well enough. Now you know he's been going to work because he's crazy, but well enough to record and not like all that energy he's using at both jobs to be able to get up and come over here. So it's good to have Gabe back. It's good to have, you know, a regular video on there. Hopefully you enjoyed his vlog that he put together himself. That was all Gabe. If you haven't, go ahead and check it out on his trip to Texas.
You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of fun. You know, again, it was one of those situations where at the game at first, it's like bittersweet, right? Because I was rooting against Mumbai, New York, but then when you see like history happening in front of you and you see just a unbelievable performance, even if you're on the other side of it, you can't help but appreciate it. And at the end, I was rooting for Nicky P, even though, you know, I was rooting for the Orcas. But it was a fun trip, and hopefully we'll be able to next year go to the not the inaugural, but the first game of the season as well. Catch him for a few more games. A lot of love in the video. We appreciate it. But speaking of Nicky P, he was captain, or I should say vice captain of the team. He got thrust into captaincy because Pollard got hurt, right? And there's a lot of West Indies players on Mumbai, New York. And as I look at the thumbnail for this video, I see my man Pollard there. And Nick, tell the people what kind of video we're going to be reacting to.
So we're checking out the top 10 one-handed catches in cricket. Yes, we've done cricket catches compilations before. Don't know if we've ever done the one-handed before. We've seen them many times, and they're always part of the other overall catches. But it's tough enough for a guy like me who loves baseball, who played it as a kid, to wrap my head around just only using these bad boys to catch the ball in general.
The mitts. But
a one-handed, and usually you see them like in the slips or really close to the batter where it's just scalding. Gotta have quick reflexes. And you know, 1 out of 100 I can understand you get lucky. But other times you have to have some serious concentration. You got to be quick. You got to also, thing that we don't talk about a lot, I'm assuming you've got to be mentally prepared and placed in the right place so that you got an idea this guy likes to pull it this way or hit the onside or whatever, the offside.
Well, to your point, especially if you're in the slips, right, it's just a reaction. Because by the time your brain processes it, your hands already got to be there.
It's like that.
Yeah, and you catch it or you don't. One of the catches I'm hoping they show here is that one Nicholas Perron catch when he actually caught it on the boundary, and that was a one-handed catch or whatever, when he just dove. He was Superman out there. But, yeah, you know, those guys' hands have to be like sandpaper too, bro, because I'm telling you, those balls are hard. We've played and thrown around cricket balls just like baseballs, super hard. So, especially without gloves, man, for it to stick, bro, your hands got to be tough, man, because you see it many a times when those balls come back at bowlers or whatever and they get their hand there. You're thinking, oh, don't do that because you don't want them to break a finger. And we've seen injuries like that happen. So
don't want to deface the property.
Don't deface the property. You know what I mean?
But we're excited to check this out. I'm excited because I peeked for a second and it says in the description box that there's a Chris Jordan sighting. And I'm sorry, but you don't think about Chris Jordan with the one-handed catches. There's very few that you do think of. You said Perron nowadays, Jonty Rhodes back in the day.
Right.
Joe Root's pretty good with the hands.
Joe Root's
maybe not one-handed, but he's pretty good with those hands.
One of the best in the slips. Joe Root's one of the best in the slips.
Nicholas Peterson is one that's really good.
Oh, stop it.
So we're going to go ahead and check this out. I had to. If you like this in any way, please don't forget to
like and subscribe.
I even gave him the government name. Uh-oh, here comes some trouble. All right. Gabe wants us to waste time. I do not. So let's go ahead and make sure the volume's good. Here we go. Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night.
A little Archer.
A young-looking Joffre. Oh, a big one too.
On the boundary. Ooh.
How do you dive? Velcro. Check his hands. Wow. Dive and catch it. Yeah, you better get your money's worth on that celebration.
Ooh. Now that's a little bit of a floater.
But that's still so
it's
difficult.
still difficult to do. Look at that. Especially when you hit the ground for it not to get the side. Oh.
Is that Southie?
No, that's Williamson, right?
No, Williamson was on the celebration. I don't know. We're probably both wrong.
There you go. There's your slip catch.
No, you're kidding me. The little shorty's done it
Ah,
again.
the little palmy.
He might be small in stature, but he's having a big presence out of that.
Who is that guy? He is small. He's smaller than us.
I have no idea.
Oh. Not small in reflexes.
He's like, are you kidding me?
He actually made that look easy. Jeez. No, stop.
Khan. Oh, that was. It looked like
Stop.
a
Fingertip.
That's short. Oh.
Woo, the celebration.
Look. He's still feeling it, bro.
That is
Yes.
an unbelievable catch. Tom Cooper has absolutely...
Oh my gosh.
Whew. That's got to sting. There's Root.
No, I think
Oh, that's not Root. That's
No.
That's a Aussie hat. It happened so quickly I can't tell who it was.
I can't tell who it was either. Who it is either. It's not
He
Pat
left.
Cummings, is it?
Could not tell.
Stop.
Sharp
What?
for Archer, so disrespectful.
Oh, it's cool as the other side of the pillow. Stop. I love the look too he gives him. Like, don't get that crap out of here. What do you do?
Because he's
Shake
like,
your
really?
head. Nice.
Tringball gets his man. Brilliant catch.
That was beautiful. Very graceful. Next.
He's gone for that one in the air, and oh, what a catch! That is an
Who's he
unbelievable
pointing at?
catch. It's as good as you'll ever see. Down on the boundary, full length to his left. He's taken an absolute blinder.
And then when you hit the ground for that ball not to be jostled out.
The thing I like about this is you hear it in baseball a lot. He waited for the ball to get to him. Right? The ball in baseball is thrown so fast, so hard that it's not like you're waiting there forever, but you just wait an extra split second so you're not going to pull it into the foul ground. You're going to be able to put some distance on that. He kind of the same thing with the catch. He waited for it. He might have been tempted, even though it's unorthodox, to go like this and try to catch it, but he waited for it to get to his hand, made it look beautiful, but still very, very difficult.
To his left, he's taken an absolute blinder. Sinclair the catcher.
He barely got there just in time.
That is impressive, my
New
friend.
Zealand again? It says,
Wow.
I need a better view of that. Come on.
Bad footage, but once again,
Oh,
look at that.
extension.
Stretched out in the air. Hits the ground so hard, the glasses come off.
He sacrificed the glasses.
You know, the ball just does not get
Oh.
jostled free.
Did that extra dive off the ground to get that. That was cool. Yep. Tip the cap. Stop.
Just
Off
Wow.
the ground?
I tell you what,
Wow. It's
isn't
that.
this guy
He picked it
special?
up off the ground before it hit there.
What an athlete.
Oh, and who is that?
Wow.
Number
Chris
one,
Jordan,
baby.
you gotta be kidding me.
Yes!
Ah, that was sick. That was sick.
The only thing better than that was if it was he who should not be named.
He who shall be named later. Now, you know, Chris Jordan has had some spots, man, and you know, just recently with
He's clutch.
England, man. Yeah, dude,
He's
he
clutch.
can be clutch, and he's a great athlete. You know, I always throw shade at him because you know, of course, West Indies to use him, but it is what it is.
To be fair, I think the first 2 seasons of whatever we were watching of him in it, whether it was CPL or IPL or whatever, he got rocked.
He got.
And the only time you saw him was like a 50 next to his name. But since then, I mean, he has won. He's won a few championships here and there. He won with your boy CSK, right?
He did.
He, I think he was on the squad and he contributed to England's T20 win. I mean, this guy he has those clutch moments.
And he can perform. He definitely can
Yes.
perform. He's a top-notch athlete. And the thing about Chris Jordan is that he's normally bowling in the depth, right? So you figure that's when guys are going to get pumped regardless. No matter who you are, you're going to get pumped when you're in the depth. And, we had some fun at his expense, but he has come out clutch the last few performances.
He definitely
But
does not deserve it.
we saw a lot more boundary catches. And I'll tell you what's crazy. It's not just making the catch, right? One of the things that Trey,
It's not.
in playing college football, one of the things, and even going back to his high school days, whenever you lay out and catch that ball, catching it is the first part, but securing it through the contact on the ground is the second part.
Yes.
And he's had so many where he'll catch them, and then the ground, when he hits the ground, it just pops out. And he's tried to get to this point where now he catches and he'll turn and tuck so that his back or his shoulder will take the brunt, because it's just hard that when your chest hits, the wind gets knocked out of you. Everything gets knocked out of you.
How do you keep even steady hands when they hit
that concentration?
Yes.
And a lot of these guys, it was their chest, their stomach, everything hits, and they're still concentrating onto that ball. The wind getting knocked out of them. That's super impressive to do that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there. That's a great analogy there. One thing I'm mad at myself for is we shot short there with that one. We saw like 3 or 4 of the bowlers get that right away. The thing I forgot to mention was he made the batter's appearance short with that catch.
You're the worst. Oh, you're the worst.
I mean,
what was that, short leg right there? No, that was more who was that little short dude there?
it would make sense.
Let us know in the chat, because we've not seen him playing. We were watching England cricket now for a while.
Was that someone's little brother they let play? I mean, no offense, but geez Louise.
I mean, he was small in stature, obviously. What Nick's alluding to, he made the batter's performance short. You're the worst with the puns, by the way. I can't help yourself. But honestly, dude, that was a bullet right there, man. And to go ahead and make that catch there, that was super impressive.
And it's funny to see 30 seconds later, oh, now it hurts. That's how it is.
A couple of guys were like that. But yeah, I cannot. No, we've been watching since the pandemic, so 2019, and I don't remember an English player being that short. Let us know in the chat, in the comments. Please let us know who that is, because we have no idea.
We're just excited that someone's shorter than us, because we're not very tall men. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Cricket Tuesday. Don't forget to wait for next week, if that makes any sense. And until next time,
that's 6 runs.